coming up.
The Gelbvieh cattle have been extremely impressive.
We had over 60% came back prime. The market trend is 5%.
We feel like the maternal strength of the Judd Ranch herd is as high as about any herd in the nation.
See how the multi-breed program of a seed stock producer in Kansas benefits their customers. Next on The American Rancher. Hello, I'm Pam Minnick, and welcome to The American Rancher. At Judd Ranch, producing profitable and functional genetics for the commercial beef industry has always been their goal. Located an hour from Kansas City, Judd Ranch has been producing profitable and functional cattle since 1981. The Judds have 3 breeds, Gelbvieh, Red Angus, and Balancers, and their goal is to produce bulls that are deep, thick, and structurally sound. They've also stacked generations of easy-calving, high-maternal genetics with performance and superior beef traits. In fact, their commitment to producing top females runs so deep that the American Gelbvieh Association has recognized Judd Ranch as the #1 Dam of Merit program in the country for 21 of the past 27 years.
So I told the family I wanted it to be a full-time job when we started out, and now it's 3 full-time jobs. But Judd Ranch is basically 100% seed stock operation. We're running right at 800 cows. We develop about 250 to 300 replacement heifers every year. This fall we calved about 486 cows, and out of those cows, literally no assists because of birth weight, and run extensive AI programs. The Gelbvieh cattle have really been extremely impressive as far as the fertility on the cattle and the milking ability of the cattle, all in one package. It seemed like the Gelbviehs have done really well, and they seem to be extremely adaptable to most climates. So we truly feel the Gelbviehs excel in growth, fertility, milking ability, which kind of goes along with growth, and we have bred these cattle where they're extremely easy calving and right there on the cutting edge on birth weight. Most of our customers realize the value of the maternal traits that we have to offer. They have gotten to be, so many of them, really good friends, tremendous producers, and the pounds of calves that we wean off of some of those operations, especially when you look at the locations that they're in, is just pretty phenomenal. They know where they want to go, and it's up to us to try to furnish them genetics that are going to get them where they need to be. Probably the largest benefit to some of those maternal traits is the longevity of the cows, as well as you can keep cows longer, save a lot less replacement females, and have to calve a lot less heifers. So put it in a nutshell, save a ranch a lot of money. The maternal traits, especially if you infuse them into a crossbreeding program with other breeds and some of these other herds, you just maximize the longevity and fertility in those cows. Once that cow gets past that second, third calf, they're just so much easier to manage. Less feed, you just turn them out on the grass, maybe give them just a little bit of protein, and those cows are going to do it for you every year. Out of the 313 bulls that we sold last year, the average birth weight on those bulls was 79 pounds. So that tells you, if that's the mean, that means those bulls basically went from about 88 or 9 pounds down into the 60s on birth weight. Well, I guess the way we select for both docility and teat, udder quality would be, we score those cows the minute that calf hits the ground. And so when we take teat udder scores, it's before the calf ever gets up. We're looking at the udder before it's ever been touched. We feel like the maternal strength of the Judd Ranch herd is as high as about any herd in the nation from a production standpoint. The Gelbviehs are second to none, and as far as we're concerned, that's what keeps you in the cow business. It's just incredible where these cattle have come in the last 30 years. They're so docile, such good mothers, and so easy to work with. It makes a guy that's getting older like me think he can do it for quite a few more years.
Up next,
Pounds paid. You know, that's what we want is, you know, we want to have the biggest, best calves that go to market.
we hear from customers of Judd Ranch and find out why they love buying genetics from this leading seed stock operation when the American Rancher continues. Welcome back to the American Rancher. The story of Judd Ranch began in 1981 when Dave and Cindy Judd bought the ranch in East Central Kansas. Today, it ranks as one of the top 100 largest seed stock operations in the country. But in many respects, the Judds have done it unconventionally. Early on, they saw opportunities in producing Gelbvieh, a highly maternal and performance breed that's complementary to Angus. And by doing so, they've provided their customers with genetics that balance calving ease, growth, carcass, and fertility, and also infuse their herds with heterosis, which improves health, longevity, and performance. The Judd Ranch complete package has translated into high demand from the commercial industry. In 2024, 35 of their top-selling 40 bulls sold to commercial customers like these.
I'm Bob Blazer. We're from Falcon, Missouri. My wife, daughters, and I run a 200-cow herd. I think we're a lot like a lot of other farming enterprises and ranch operations where we've tried other breeds. And through the years, in 2012 to be exact, we came to our first Judd Ranch sale here at Pomona, Kansas. Came with the idea of looking into the Gelbvieh breed, had no desire, no interest at that time to purchase a bull. And as it turns out, we went home with 2 bulls from that first sale in 2012, which we've now put everything into our genetics as a Gelbvieh balancer herd.
The first thing Gelbvieh is known for is their mama cows. The ability for those girls to milk and produce big weaned calves and then also, you know, just continue to provide the growth. So we really wanted to focus on the maternal side, but we can't lose that power and the carcass traits. And I think the Judd cattle probably put the best all around picture together that really, the perfect bull I think usually, you know, you can find here. Pounds paid. You know, that's what we want is, you know, we want to have the biggest, best calves that go to market. Our goal is to eventually, you know, take calves plumb to the feedlot and onto the processing plant and see how they hang on the rail, you know, and we want something that'll hang on the rail good, you know, to try to make that extra dollar also.
The Judd genetics on the carcass side has just been phenomenal. 2 years ago, the data that we've received back, we had over 60% of the steers that we sent grade and yield came back prime. So when we're talking 60 and the market average is 5, no wonder everybody was so awed by what we did. So we were very, very happy, which is why we come back.
The feeder calves have just been amazing. We've gained about 50 pounds of weaning weight using the Judd Ranch bulls.
If you want friendly people and if you want good cattle and you put them all together, come to Judd Ranch.
The bulls look better and better every single year, and I have no idea how they do it. They look incredible. It's hard to narrow them down, which is great, because then you can about buy anything that comes in. And every single year they produce this incredibly uniform, performing set of bulls. You know, we were happy with our genetics prior to coming down here, and we could see how incredible their operation was, and so we were ready to expand a little bit into trying some new genetics in our herd. When we first introduced the Judd bulls, we were blown away. Our weaning weight went up 50 pounds that first year, and that was the only thing we had changed. The more that we add the bulls into the mix, and now that we're starting to get some female replacements out of them, we're just completely blown away. We've really found the Gelbviehs to be an incredible breed for that those maternal qualities. They produce an excellent amount of milk. Those calves really do grow up to be about the same size as their mama when they are weaned, and it's something we really like to see.
The typical Judd Ranch cow for me is actually not typical. It's an amazing animal. It's an animal, as Dave Judd would tell you, that can wean off 60% of the cow's body weight, when most people are happy with 50%.
I've been coming by their bulls for nearly 30 years. They have put more dollars in my pocket, that's for sure. I told Dave Judd years ago that his cows paid for my farm, and they did.
Well, they're just first-class people. I mean, I can't say enough good things about them. They're honest people who go out of their way to make you feel at home when you get here. They will talk to you day or night if you call. They will visit with you if you come to the ranch. You can just trust the numbers that they give you.
I think it's the integrity of what the Judd family has in the beef industry and what we've witnessed now, having worked with them and their genetics for 5 years. There's other producers that have worked with them longer, but those core values, the integrity, the sincerity side of it, you know, if there's a problem, they're only a phone call away.
From a business standpoint, they've been the perfect team player. We can call them up with any questions, whether it pertains to their bulls or their genetics or anything in our operation that we might have a question about. You know, we feel so welcome here. We feel so welcome by their whole family, and we just really enjoy coming down here, and we really enjoy working with the Judds.
The Judd Ranch complete package, calving ease, growth, carcass, and fertility, and a proven source for heterosis. The Judd Ranch 2025 spring sale features 195 head of fall yearlings and 110 spring-born bulls. 250 head are black and polled, and 291 head are homozygous polled. Average actual weaning weights for all bulls was 901 pounds. Average actual birth weight was a low 83 pounds. And for calving ease, direct EPD, the Judd Ranch bulls rank in the top 15% of the Gelbvieh breed and top 15% for balancers. Judd Ranch 47th Annual Bull Sale takes place on March 1st in Pomona, Kansas, 1 hour southwest of Kansas City. The internet live broadcast is on liveauctions.tv. Quality acceptance is guaranteed on all sight unseen purchases, and free trucking is offered in the continental U.S. on purchases of $20,000 or more. Trucking is typically very affordable, as Judd Ranch bulls annually sell into 20-plus states. Please visit juddranch.com to learn more. After the break,
I haven't had to do anything other than have the calves ready to load when the rep shows up. It's easy.
hear the story of how Superior Livestock Auction changed the way cattle are marketed when the American Rancher continues. Stay with us. Welcome back to the American Rancher. Over the past 3 decades, Superior Livestock Auction has changed the way cattle are marketed. And their innovation has not only improved their customers' bottom line, Superior has helped to improve the entire beef cattle industry.
Superior Livestock Auction was started in 1987 by Jim Odle and Buddy Jeffers, and that changed the way cattle are marketed.
I grew up with Jim Odle, started working with him, for him when I was 14. And then right out of college, I spent 15 years on Oklahoma City stockyards. And I had the opportunity to go with Mr. Odle, did not take it. But when I did, it proved to me after selling on the largest stockyards in the United States that I could put more dollars in my customer's pocket by selling them on the video. We are the largest video company in the world, and we have the biggest buyer base in the world. The amount of buyers that we have from all over the United States is unheard of.
Superior Livestock has been an effective way to bring buyers and sellers together through price discovery that has worked very well for going on 40 years now.
The key difference in the way Superior markets video cattle and traditional markets market cattle is the livestock's able to remain on the farm or on the ranch. And through that process, being able to stay there, just a lot less stress and a lot less handling, and overall better health and just better for the livestock. Superior is very unique in the fact that it's so widespread from coast to coast, from South Texas all the way up to Canada.
When it comes to ship day, it's a painless process, really. You just get them on the truck and away they go, and you get your check and everybody's happy.
There's so many options with Superior. It just opens up the windows of opportunity for you on how to market your cattle, different ways to market them.
Our cows have not gone to the same place. We've sent them to Nebraska, we've sent them to California. It opens the market up. You're not to the same 3 or 4 guys at your local sale barn.
Every way you can think of, we can market your cattle, but we rely heavily on the public auction because we believe in it strongly. It is where the market is made and established. We also can help through Country Page and through private treaty, but they always rely on the price discovery that originally begins in public auction.
Another huge benefit with selling Superior Livestock is forward contracting. They can hedge those cattle, they can get them in the feed yard, they can predict what they're going to gain, and then predict the out date. That's why I feel like we get the most success out of our cattle when we sell, is trying to stay out front, because that's what the buyers want to do. The buyers want to stay out front. These feed yards, that's how they want to have a schedule, and they want to fit the schedule. So on these big sales like Corn Belt Classic, Weekend of Rockies, the Bighorn, Video Royale, you know, we're staging these cattle. So if I'm selling your cattle in June, we're trying to deliver in August. If I'm selling your cattle in July, August, September, and then we get to Video Royale and the Bighorn, we're in August, we're trying to sell October, November, Decembers.
You know, Superior Livestock is uniquely positioned as the leader in livestock marketing to service our customer base, and we are committed to that. We are committed to helping the rancher market their cattle. We're committed to buyers, helping them find the cattle that they need, and that has, again, proven very successful over time.
With our video sales, it's pretty nice because the cattle are usually all in a no-stress environment, and they're shipped off the ranch.
You know, and it's easier on the cattle. The cattle are worked there at the ranch. You load them right on a truck right there, and they go right to the feed yard.
We've sold on Superior for probably 20-some years or more. A one-time paycheck, 5 minutes. This is what we worked all year for, so it means a lot the way how hard they work for us.
I'm the 3rd generation customer of Superior, and we've enjoyed working with Superior. They've been great to us over the years. This is our 21st year with Superior.
It's been now 12 years since Superior was purchased by National Livestock. Superior now has an ownership structure that will last across time, across generations. And so it's not just that longevity, but the financial strength to make sure that the trustworthiness of that check and the system to be there for the long haul is in place. As always, and particularly in these high markets and fluctuations in price, it's very important that the rancher know that check is rock solid and good. And that has always been the case at Superior, and never more true than today with the backing of National Livestock.
Once that tailgate closes on the truck, you get your check paid in full, and that means a lot. And from Superior, all the years we've been there, we know that check is good.
There's no trying to minimize the contract size, play you down or anything.
There's some things I can just count on that I don't have to work for every time I do a market.
You know, our commitment to this industry, and I say industry, I mean not just selling calves and feeder cattle, but also to the seed stock producers and to the industry partners that we have. You know, we refer to it here as full circle marketing, where every part of the industry both contributes and takes from other parts of the industry, and it really is a situation where everyone wins.
There's sure an avenue for everybody to market and expose what your product is and get the most out of it. It's real comforting to be with a company that's stable and solid and nationally known.
We're really excited about what has been done and what is currently being done and soon to be rolled out with regard to technology. We've made a major investment in our technology, and this business doesn't run on programs that can be bought off the shelf. It's all been custom developed for Superior Livestock. So contract entry, price discovery, your contracts, portals for currently for reps, and a buyer portal are all very useful tools, technology that has aided us to get to this point, and we're looking forward to the future in that. The country page, it's a great way to market your cattle. If you need to go right away, it's also a great way to market your cattle and negotiate a price. And again, that falls back on the price discovery that's been established in the auction, but you can take advantage of that 24/7 through the country page.
It is essentially eBay for cattle.
We can bring our cattle to market when we feel we are ready to.
Every time we've been on there, we got stuff moved within less than a week's time, sometimes the next day.
When you really put it all together and summarize what Superior Livestock is all about, we have the greatest tools and price discovery. We have the greatest technology. We have the largest network of buyers, the best technology for consignment and selling cattle in the industry. And ultimately, we have the financial backing and trust that so many have placed in us, which we're very grateful for. And we would just invite anyone who has not experienced this way of marketing your cattle to call a rep or call the office. We can get you with someone that can help.
We hope you enjoyed our show. That's all the time we have. To find out more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or connect with us on Facebook or YouTube. I'm Pam Minnick. For our entire American Rancher team, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.